Hi, everybody, and welcome once more to Ivy English. I'm Karen.
And I'm Wesley.
Today is July 17th, and we're on page 49 in your magazines. And today we're going to have another guided composition exercise for you. This one is a composition based on pictures exercise. So have a look at the pictures and see if you can figure out what's going on.
好，所以今天我们有一个看图写作的练习。
Now, normally, I'm just not that good at figuring out stories just looking at pictures. The artwork is usually fine, but somehow it's hard for me to figure out a storyline. This time, I got about half of it.
好，所以这个 Karen 老师说他看图说话呢，这种他不是很擅长哈，但这一次呢，他看他大概差不多
有一半，
有弄出一半，猜出一半这个故事发生什么事了。
All right, let's find out what happens in these pictures and the kind of story that you need to write. Our title today is A Mall Emergency. Note that that's two nouns. This is a compound noun. We don't say a mall emergency. We say a mall emergency.
好，所以中文标题是肚子拉警报啊！当然，这个标题跟英文标题不是翻译的关系哈。英文的标题就是在这个 mall 在购物商场所发生的一个紧急事件 ，emergency 就是一个紧急事件。
The English is a little bit more clinical, a little bit cleaner, because when you think of mall, you're just thinking of a place. It could be maybe some robbers came in or something like that. But when you see the Chinese, it starts to get messy. You can imagine what's happening.
好，所以看到中文的时候，肚子拉警报啊。其实你光看到肚子拉警报哈，也许还没有直接想到是拉肚子啊，因为这个也有可能肚子拉警报只是你这个饿到受不了那种感觉哈。
That's true, but the word 拉 gives it away, in my opinion.
但这个看到这个拉这个字哈，这个有一点会让人觉得这个拉可能跟那个拉有关啊。
that's
拉警报当然也是一个 collocation.
That's right. I think it's kind of a cute pun. That's what I think anyway. All right, here is the assignment.
好，提示部分他说，请你仔细观察以下3幅连环图片的内容，而且想象一下第4幅图片可能的发展，然后呢，写一篇涵盖每张图片内容，而且结局完整的一个故事。那文长至少120个单词。
Okay, let's go on. Next part.
写作小站呢，当然看图作文呢，我们一直告诉各位，就是它重点是在描述图片的内容，也就是图中人物啊，包括他脸部的表情啊、情绪啊、穿着啊、人物互动等等啊，还有他的这个图中的时间、地点、事件等等资讯，你把这些细节串联起来，成为一个描写文或者叙述文啊。那一般呢会用2种方式啊，就是如果是描述文的话呢，你是用第3人称的观点啊，这个来看这个图中的这些角色发生了什么事情。那如果是叙述文的话呢，就是你自己融入其中一个角色，你用第1人称的观点来叙述故事情节。那这个都是术语啦，其实基本上就是说你是写的时候，你可以把自己当作这图中的其中一个角色，那你也可以从一个旁观者的角度来描述这个图中发生什么事情。那不管你是选择哪一个方法，你记得都要用想象力，用逻辑思考，构思出一个合理的情节啊，也就是说重点要分明，有开头、有发展、有结尾啊，那故事情节前后这样才能够连贯。那你要善用转折语来串联每一张图之间的关系或者发展啊，你这样才能写出流畅的看图说话啊。那这个或者看图说故事，那你不要那个天马行空的跳跃式的描述啊。那这个同时随着故事的发展，你可以适度对图中人物的情绪啊，它的变化多加着墨，好，这样可以让文章内容看起来更丰富，更有可读性。
I think that second picture is really excellent because they have a picture of 3 people. There's a guy, and there's a woman, and then we have the heroine of our story, the main character in our story. So the guy and the first woman, they have a normal smile. It's not a huge smile, but they just seem happy and everything is fine. But you see our main character, already in the first picture, her eyes are really big, like, I think something's wrong. In the second picture, the first 2 look happy, and she's got this look on her face like things are not right with me.
好，所以第2个图啊，这 Karen 老师看到，觉得这个告诉我们，给我们很多的这个一些 ideas 啊。我们可以看到他们大概是在逛街，那前面2个人蛮高兴的哈，就至少非常的 relaxed， 但是第3个人哈，他抱着肚子，显然就肚子不舒服啦。
I wasn't even looking at the tummy. I did a little bit. I was looking at her eyes and her mouth.
所以她的眼睛很大，这个让人觉得蛮醒目的呀。还有她的嘴唇 他的嘴巴那个样子就是不舒服了。
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they did a very nice job on the artwork. Let's move on to our outline. So the main facts of our story.
好，那构思方向的检视图片之后，我们大概可以用描述文来解读这个图片内容啊。你可以想到大概是一个礼拜天的下午啦，那 Daisy 出门之前看到桌上有披萨，那顺便拿了一片当午餐就吃掉了。那他跟朋友逛百货公司的时候呢，他突然感觉到肚子有一阵的绞痛。那两位好友就陪着他去上厕所，但是却发现女厕好多人在排队啊。那百货公司常常就这样子啊，女厕很多人就会排队。那故事的结局就是他的朋友 Kevin 啊，就趁着男生厕所没有人在用的时候呢，就暗示 Daisy 去用男厕啊。那这样子 Daisy 他就顺利的上完厕所，那跟朋友继续逛街。
That's a nice story because this happens in real life.
Yeah.
And I have traveled with quite a few tour groups. And this has happened many, many times because women take longer in the bathroom. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
You don't need to discuss it. It's just a fact. Men are in and out, and then they just start looking at their phone, waiting for the woman to come.
Yeah.
And then some of the women really have to go bad. And then someone will say, hey, look over there. There's nobody in the men's room. Go ahead. I've seen this happen many times.
好，所以我觉得这也很合理啦哈。这个因为女生她们这个去洗手间需要的时间就比男生长嘛啊。那但是通常很多人觉得说，可是百货公司或者很多公共场所的这个男女厕所的设计就是容量是一样的啊，那就很奇怪啊。女生需要花比较长的时间，所以你常常看到百货公司啊或车站的女生常常要排队上洗手间，我觉得这是很不人道的事情啊，所以我也是常常啊，这个如果有机会的话，我看到男生洗手间没人，我就会可能会跟他们讲说，你现在可以去用男生洗手间。
Oh, so you have this experience too?
Yeah, 但是其实机会不多。
Yeah,
偶
尔。
而且我有一次跟女生讲说，你可以用男生洗手间，那个女生还一副你想干嘛
？Who are you?
Yeah,
What are your intentions?
对啊，那我后来我就觉得也许这个不是 not a good idea 啊。那所以这个当然，我觉得厕所的这个使用的空间的分配其实是应该要改进的啦。所以女生
I think they're changing it now with these
new buildings probably.
And new buildings and well even 改装 the current ones because they'll say it's a gender friendly bathroom.
Yeah,
means anybody can use it.
我觉得对这种这个性别友善的这种 bathroom， 这个其实也是个 good idea 啊，只要安全问题弄清楚就好了。
In fact, the handicap bathrooms, they're open for anybody usually because they're a single, there's just a single room, so there's no problem.
Yeah, 那个身障者用的那个厕所其实就不分性别，所以那也是一个 solution. Yeah.
And at home,
yeah,
everybody uses the same bathroom at home.
Yeah, 在家里面大家都用的都是一样。我想在公共场所大概可能有的人会考虑到安全的问题。
Of course, yes,
yeah,
that's right. Okay, so this is a way of solving an urgent problem because if 你要闹肚子的话, if you're about to have diarrhea, you need to get to a bathroom really fast or you have a very bad situation. So we're going to go on to the English version of our outline. So we're going to start out with the elements of our story. Our topic and title is a mall emergency.
那刚刚看过了啊，就是购物商场发生了一个紧急事件。
Time and place are a Sunday afternoon, a department store downtown.
好 ，downtown 副词告诉你这是在市区的一个 department store.
Our characters are Daisy, Nancy, Kevin, and people waiting to use the ladies' room.
好，所以 people 这 waiting to 就等着要 use the ladies' room， 等着要用女生洗手间的这些人。
In a previous lesson, we mentioned that 坏人 in English is bad guy. It's not a bad guy. 一个很坏的人 he's a bad guy. But bad guy 是电影里面的那个戴黑帽子的那个人 is a bad guy. And here it's the same thing. We don't say the ladies' room. 那是属于女生的一间房间 is a ladies' room. But the ladies' room is the bathroom for women.
好，所以注意啊，这个 the ladies room， 这 ladies room 这个是 compound 那就是女生使用的洗手间啊。那如果你把它念成 the ladies room， 那就是表示是这位女士她的房间了。
That's right. And watch out for the word bathroom because we use it in the States. It just means 厕所. It may or may not have a bathtub or shower. In British English, normally the bathroom is just a place with a bath.
那在英式英文里面的 bathroom 其实就是你要有一个 bath 洗澡的地方那跟美式英文不一样，美式英文 bathroom 常常就是指厕所。
它是个委婉语。We're just talking about taking a bath instead of going to the toilet. Next is our introductory sentence. On a Sunday afternoon, just before Daisy was about to go out, she spotted 2 pieces of pizza on the dining table. Now, normally I would say the dining room table.
所以这个 the dining room table 就是通常这个 Karen 老师会这样讲，那 the dining table 也可以啦啊。好，所以这个地方讲到说这一个礼拜天的下午那正在他 just before 在他什么之前呢？在 Daisy was about to go out, be about to 就是正要做什么事情的意思，就他正要外出之前just before Daisy was about to go out she spotted 他看到了spot 在这里就是这个不经意的看到那种感觉他这个看到了 2 pieces of pizza 就2块这个 pizza on the dining table 在餐桌上面所以他看到了这件事情。
Now, frankly, leaving out pizza overnight is usually not that dangerous because it's already been baked and it's just cheese and tomato sauce and bread, basically. So leaving it overnight is usually not that dangerous. But if the weather is really hot, it might attract some bugs and they might leave some bacteria or things on it. Maybe that's what happened.
Yeah, 其实除非是非常热的天气不然的话，你这个披萨放在桌上隔夜通常不会有这么太大的问题除非当然这个如果有虫爬过啦，或者是这个披萨它的原料里面有一些很容易腐败的东西不然的话
like shrimp maybe
也可能像也许虾之类的东西但不然的话其实一般来讲一个晚上放在桌上应该还好
I lived with a host family in the 70s in Taiwan and they left all their food out overnight. They just put a mosquito net over it and we ate it the next morning for breakfast. Was that normal when you were a kid?
Yeah.
That's what we did. It was fine.
Yeah, 所以这个 Karen 老师说70年代的时候在台湾来到台湾那个时候他的那个 host family 就晚餐吃完的菜就是用一个这个碗罩盖着第二天早上就继续吃都没有什么问题
Yeah, of course they would heat it up again so it was safe.
Yeah, 很多当然他们这个吃以前会再热一下所以基本上是没有太大的问题但当然现在的卫生环境跟那个时候是不一样了这个当然很多地方是比过去好但是也有一些地方我总觉得现在有一大堆我们小时候不知道的新的细菌或什么的很奇怪
That's right. Let's move on to our development. For picture number 1, not knowing that the pizza had been sitting out overnight, Daisy grabbed a piece for lunch before hurrying to meet her friends at the department store.
Not knowing that 就是不知道这件事情他不知道什么事情呢这是个分词构句那分词构句的那个 not 要放在分词的前面所以是 not knowing that 所以他不知道 the pizza had been这里要用过去完成进行过去完成进行式因为这是在过去的过去所发生的事情所以他不知道这披萨已经had been sitting out sitting out 就是放在外面的意思Overnight 就是整个晚上for the entire night 所以他不知道这个披萨已经放在外面整个晚上了那他看到这个披萨他不知道的情况之下他就直接去 grab a piece grab 就是 to quickly take and hold 很快的抓的意思这中文讲他抓了一片she grabbed a piece 他抓了一片 for lunch 来当午餐然后呢这个当然他抓来大概言下之意就是吃掉了然后呢 before hurrying to 在他急着要去 meet her friends 跟他朋友碰面在哪里碰面呢 at the department store 在百货公司碰面所以他急着要去跟朋友在百货公司碰面之前呢他很快的抓了一片披萨这个吃下去当午餐
All right, and here's the part for the picture that I appreciate so much, picture 2. While hanging out in the department store, Daisy started to have a bad stomach ache and knew she needed to get to the bathroom.
好所以
quick
要尽快到所以他说当他 hanging out hang out 在这里就是指to stay or be somewhere for a period of time通常是 without doing much 就是闲晃的意思啦所以他们在这个 the department store 里面闲晃的时候那各位要注意到这个地方很有趣它这个介系词不一样了各位不知道有没有注意到这也是我要提醒各位的就是各位在读英文的时候千万不要说读懂了就过去就会了
Right
你要注意一下像这个地方我们看到前面上面一句是 meet her friends at the department store 用 at 但在这里他们是 hanging out in the department store 用的是 in 那你读到这个，你就要去注意，这两个介系词不一样，而且你最好知道为什么不一样啊。那这样你自己写的时候，你才可能写对，不然你自己写的时候，就可能就随便用 in 的 at 都全部都跑出来了。那用 at 的原因是因为在这里它是指他们会面的地点。那个好像是地图上的一个点他们在这个点会面，所以是 at。 但是呢，他们到了百货公司之后，他们在百货公司里面逛嘛，中文也是这样讲，他们在百货公司的里面在逛，所以这个时候是 they were hanging out in the department store， 用的是 in 你要注意这个介系词的不一样。
在那边吹冷气，
在里面吹冷气，在里面闲逛那这个时候呢，他 started to have， 他开始怎么样，有了一个 have a bad stomach ache， 就是肚子很痛所以 to have a stomach ache 就是肚子痛，那如果很痛的话，你加个 bad， have a bad stomach ache。 我觉得这个 bad 这个是很生动就是肚子不乖you're bad 对不对？我在逛街，你给我痛什么
就是很糟糕的
但其实这个 bad 在这里意思就是很糟糕，就是很痛的意思，很不舒服。
And there's another association. We use it when you have to go to the bathroom urgently. I have to go bad. 我急着，非常急着要上厕所。
好，那这个bad 也有这种用 I have to go bad 这个就是急着要上厕所的意思
That means let me go first or we will have a big problem.
Yeah， 好，那所以其实刚刚 Ken 老师讲这个也很重要，就是如果真的碰到这种情况，男生厕所又不能用的话，你可以跟你前面的人商量，说我肚子痛可不可以让我先除非你前面的人他也是肚子痛，不然的话我想大部分人情况之下可能就好吧，不然你先去。
I've run into situations like that where somebody said, well, I'm really in a hurry. Or like it was at the airport. That's happened to me more than once. I have to get my plane. I looked at the person and other people say, I have to get my plane too.
Yeah， 那如果赶飞机的话，可能很多人我们都在赶飞机不过我想你如果真的肚子痛，你应该是看得出来对，所以也许可以。不过 anyway， 这是 just an idea
Yeah，
所以呢，这个地方这个他急着他这个肚子很痛嘛，然后呢，他就知道 she needed to， 他需要 get to 就是到达the bathroom， 他得赶快去洗手间的意思。
Picture 3. When they got to the ladies' room, there were several people waiting in line, but Daisy could barely hold it anymore. I personally would add an in. She could barely hold it in anymore. It's okay without it, but I would add an in.
好，所以呢，这个地方呢she could barely hold it anymore， 没有问题就她几乎忍不住了。那如果你加一个 in 的话会更好就这个could barely hold it in anymore， 就把它忍在身体里面那种感觉
Right， 也在体内
right。 好，那所以加个 in 更生动然后呢，我们前面讲到说，当他们到了这个女用的洗手间的时候呢，已经there were several people， 已经有几个人 waiting in line， 在那边排队了所以有人在排队，你英文就是这样讲 there are several people waiting in line 但是呢 Daisy 几乎已经这个忍不住了。
Okay, and our concluding sentences, notice it's plural because there's more than one. After getting out of the bathroom, Daisy thanked Kevin for saving the day and praised him for his quick-witted thinking. They then gladly resumed their shopping activity.
好，那他们Daisy 离开了这个洗手间之后他就谢谢 Kevin for saving the day to save the day just to make a bad situation end successfully.That's
right, and you heard it in comics. So, for example, for Mickey Mouse, who is a kind of cartoon Superman, the famous song was, Here I come to save the day.
我来拯救世界了我来拯救你了我来解决你的问题了save the day。 所以他谢谢 Kevin 这个帮他解决的问题。然后呢 praise him for， you praise somebody for something， 就是为了某件事情赞美他，所以他赞美这个 Kevin 怎么样 for his quick-witted thinking。 好，quick-witted 就是很机智，反应很快的thinking， 所以某人的 quick-witted thinking， 各位可以把它学起来，就是觉得他脑筋动得很快因为他想出了解决办法。
Or you could just say his quick thinking。
好，或者这个地方你也可以直接说 for his quick thinking 也可以然后呢，他们接着他们就 gladly 就 happily 很快乐 resume 就是 to begin again。After stopping 停下来之后再度开始，所以他们再度开始他们的 shopping activity， 他们购物的活动。
And here is our model composition. On a Sunday afternoon, just before Daisy was about to go out, she spotted 2 slices of pizza on the dining table. Not knowing that her brother had left them there overnight, she gobbled a piece up for lunch. Then she hurried to meet her friends Nancy and Kevin at a department store downtown. After browsing in the department store for a while, Daisy started to feel an acute pain in her stomach. She knew she had to get to the bathroom immediately and told her friends. Nancy and Kevin accompanied her to the ladies' room, only to find that several women were already standing in line. Daisy was pale and felt unable to hold it much longer. Kevin winked at Daisy and pointed toward the men's room, suggesting that she use it since it was an emergency. As luck would have it, no men happened to be inside. After getting out of the bathroom, Daisy thanked Kevin for saving the day and praised him for his quick-witted thinking. They then gladly resumed their shopping activity. Now, the ending is kind of weak, but we just need a sentence to wrap it up. So, to resume their shopping activity, it's 有点官腔的感觉. That's the only thing that I think kind of, for me, is kind of takes off a few points. But otherwise, I think it's a really nice story. Let's go back to the beginning. On a Sunday afternoon, just before Daisy was about to go out, she spotted 2 slices of pizza on the dining table.
好，那这个句子我们看过了。
Not knowing that her brother had left them there overnight, she gobbled a piece up for lunch.
好 ，gobble 这个字呢，就是 to swallow and eat something quickly 啊，很快的狼吞虎咽的意思啊，就这样吞下去的啊。所以呢，这个他知道他的 brother had left them there overnight 啊，不知道他的这个brother 在你把这个披萨放在那边已经放一整个晚上了，所以他就直接抓起来就 gobbled 就把它吃下去了。
Then she hurried to meet her friends Nancy and Kevin at a department store downtown.
然后他急着去跟他朋友见面啊，各位眼睛要睁大一点，这里他是讲 at a department store downtown。我们前面在写作大纲看到都是 the department store， 用 the 用 a 都可以，用 the department store 感觉起来就是这个地方大概就是那一个 department store， 而且读者大概知道你讲的是哪一个。那如果是 a department store 的话，就表示这个地方可能不止一个百货公司，这里可能好几间啊，所以他在其中的一个不特定的百货公司碰面了。但是第一次出现用 a department store 之后，你就是用 the department store， 因为接下来你讲的 department store 就是你们碰面的那一家 department store， 所以各位可以注意到下一句里面他就回到了 in the department store 用 the 了。
And I hope you noticed Wesley's stress. He says department store. He doesn't say department store. It's department store. That's a compound. To continue, after browsing in the department store for a while, Daisy started to feel an acute pain in her stomach. Now, the key word here is acute, and 不是一个可爱的感觉。
好 ，acute 就是很急切，而且那个 acute pain 就是剧痛啊，所以 acute 在这里你可以翻译成很剧烈的那种感觉啊。所以 browsing 这个字也不错 ，browsing 就是看看随便看看有没有什么可以买的啊。所以他们在百货公司里面就随便逛一逛啊，就随便看一看 ，for a while 一阵子之后呢，他开始觉得有一个 acute pain in her stomach， 就觉得她肚子开始很痛。
She knew she had to get to the bathroom immediately and told her friends.
她知道她得立刻到上这个洗手间去，而且她就跟她朋友讲，我要上厕所。
I'm not kidding. Nancy and Kevin accompanied her to the ladies' room, only to find that several women were already standing in line.
好，所以 standing in line 跟 waiting in line 意思一样，都是在排队等的意思。然后呢 accompany someone to somewhere 就是陪着某人到某处。所以 Nancy 跟 Kevin 就陪着他到女生的这个洗手间。那 only to find that 好，这也是很棒的一个 chunk， 就是却发现的意思。却发现什么事情呢？到了洗手间才发现已经有几位女士已经在那边排队等候了。
In British English, you might say there was already a long queue outside the bathroom.
那英式英文那个排队是用 queue 这个字。
Daisy was pale and felt unable to hold it much longer. Now, this is kind of gross to talk about, but if there's a lot of liquid in it, you feel like you're going to explode.
Yeah. 所以呢，他 was pale， 他脸色苍白，而且呢 felt unable to觉得没有办法 to hold it much longer， 没有办法忍，已经忍不住了。因为如果是拉肚子的话，如果是水的话，那真的很难忍了。Yeah.
Kevin winked at Daisy and pointed toward the men's room, suggesting that she use it since it was an emergency.
那 Kevin winked at 就对谁眨眼，所以他对着这个 Daisy 眨眼，然后 pointed toward 就指向那个男生的洗手间 ，suggesting that 他建议他就暗示好，那 suggest 后面跟的子句里面用原形动词，所以各位可以看到 suggesting that she use it use 是原形动词。 那 since 为什么呢？可以用呢？为什么可以用男生洗手间呢？因为 it was an emergency， 这是紧急事件。那注意这个有冠词的 it was an emergency。As
luck would have it, no men happened to be inside.
As luck would have it， 这感觉起来就是语气很像中文讲的啊，他的运气还真好嘞，
碰巧，
他碰巧啊。然后呢，这个 no man happened to be inside，happen to 也是正好的意思，所以 no man happened to be inside 就是正好里面没人的意思。
After getting out of the bathroom, Daisy thanked Kevin for saving the day and praised him for his quick-witted thinking.
好，这个句子我们看过了。
They then gladly resumed their shopping activity.
这个句子我们也看过了。
And that's just to wrap it up. And we're wrapping it up now for today as well, but please tune in next time